everybody, it's Lon.TV, and it's time for your weekly wrap-up. And I want to first begin by thanking our latest Patreon supporter. His name is Michael Quattracci, and he was concerned actually over my announcement of the sponsor that we got on the channel this week, and he really felt like viewer revenue should be a bigger part of what we're doing here, and he put his money where his mouth was and did make a contribution via the Patreon page, which I greatly appreciate. He did suggest that I start trying to do more with the Patreon, just to let people know that I have one set up so they might be able to contribute if they are able to. And I think what I might do is change my end card that hasn't been changed in quite a while. If you watch it, you'll see that it still says I have like 700 subscribers, even though I'm up to like 46,000 now. So I'm going to be making some changes that will probably incorporate the Patreon in some way. I'm really reluctant, again, to really push this too hard because I don't want people to feel like they have to contribute to the channel for this to keep going. I'm really going to keep, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm seeing growth, and I really want to just keep having things go the way they are. But if people are able to contribute, it's great because, as you know, that does help offset my losses on the items that I buy to review on the channel. I still buy quite a few of the things that I review. And I think actually last month, the Patreon fund actually had me at the break-even point for the things that I bought and resold. So that was really a good thing there. So it's been really cool to see that little part of the channel grow. We have 22 patrons now who are contributing via a monthly basis on the Patreon platform. It's a great system. I actually contribute to a few of the channels that I watch too, and I've been meaning to add a few more to my list of supported channels too. So check it out. It's a really cool platform. Even if you don't want to contribute to me, there's other YouTubers who could really use the help. So definitely check that out and get on there. Now I want to do a little talk about something that kind of creeped me out this morning. So I got an email from a manufacturer who said that they got this from me, and if you can read this email here, this is not something I sent to that manufacturer. So somebody was out there representing me trying to get free stuff out of this manufacturer. Now there's a word for this activity when you're trying to get something from somebody representing somebody else in the process. It's called fraud, and this is very illegal. In fact, in the United States, in many cases, it's a felony to do this because this is a form of theft where you're going out and representing me to get something for yourself, and that is very much illegal. My concern is that somebody out there, I'm hoping they're not watching this video, but somebody out there is impersonating me, trying to get things from manufacturers, and it's making my brand look bad, obviously, because I would never send something that is this unprofessional in its language, and I'm really concerned that this is a widespread thing, or it's about to become that. Marcus Brownlee also had the same issue. He took it to the authorities. I plan to do the same thing. The manufacturer will be sending me all the email headers that came in via this email that he received, and we're going to take a look at it. The email itself here, that lonsimon@mail.com, bounced, so I wasn't able to get an idea as to where these were actually coming from, but the email headers will tell us a lot, and we're going to try to figure out who's doing this because this needs to stop immediately. This is not something I would send, nor would I ever say to somebody I want to help advertise it the way they've done it in this email here. So we're going to keep looking into this. I just wanted to bring this up here. I doubt anyone watching, I certainly hope nobody watching is the one behind this, but if you are, stop, because we're going to find out who you are, and I really take this stuff seriously, and it's not going to stand for it. So just keep all those things in mind, folks. Just wanted to bring that up because this is the kind of stuff you deal with as your channel grows. I can't even imagine how often this happens to people like Marcus Brownlee who have a much larger subscriber base, but we'll develop a system here and make sure it doesn't happen again, or try to stop it from happening again. Now, on a more positive note, we've got some more gear coming in to check out. Lenovo let me borrow their new Helix. This is their little tablet keyboard detachable thing, kind of a two-in-one. So we'll be looking at that. Another Core M based machine. So we'll see how this performs. It's a little more expensive than some of the other Core M machines we've looked at. It's about $1,000, but this is in their ThinkPad line, which is more of a business product. They actually have two different keyboards you can buy for the bottom of it, so we'll be checking that out. I also am going to do a follow-up on the Apple Watch, so some of you might be rolling your eyes, others might be excited to hear about it, because I've had it now for about a month, and it's been on my wrist every day, and I didn't think I was going to use it all that much. I was really like, I don't know, I don't really need a watch, I haven't really worn a watch, but I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and what's interesting is the things that I really like about the watch really aren't unique to the Apple product. So I'm really going to talk about how I was, basically starting as a non-watch person and adopting this new technology in my life and actually finding some real convenience with it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that later on in the week, so you can see how that turned out. So even if you're not an Apple fan or not an Apple Watch person, or iPhone person for that matter, you might see some things in the video that I found useful that might translate right over to the Android Wear stuff. So stay tuned for that. I also have a Pebble coming in too, by the way. I should be getting that next month at some point too. I also got a big video on, well, not so big, it's a short one, but it's a big video in the sense of products of WD's product line. It's sitting right behind me here. I've got a whole bunch of MyCloud stacked up over there. I'm going to talk about the differences between their EX line and their DL line because they look very similar, and actually for a single user they perform about the same, but I'll talk about some of the differences between some of their new products so people can get a feel for exactly which one might be right for them. And that's part of that sponsored series that I talked about earlier in the week. So lots of stuff coming up on the channel. You know, there's always surprises too because you never know when something might just pop up, like that LG G4 that showed up like on Friday afternoon. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I went and shot a video after playing with the phone for a day or two. So it's a nice little phone, as you saw in the video. I kind of liked it. So we have some ways to support the channel if you want to. You can go to the Patreon page, which I talked about before at Lon.TV/Patreon. You can also contribute via YouTube fan funding at Lon.TV. That is a one-time contribution, so Patreon is a monthly thing. Fan funding, which is on the YouTube page, is a one-time thing. But if you do contribute via the YouTube option, just let me know because it doesn't tell me who actually contributed. They say it's a privacy thing, so I'd like to thank everyone who does contribute. And I've had probably about 15 or 20 people contribute via fan funding, and nobody's ever said that they did it, and I want to thank you. So if you don't want to thank you, don't email me, but I do like to just at least acknowledge that people have been generous to the channel, so do let me know if you do that. If you want to connect with the channel, there are lots of ways to do that. You can go to Lon.TV/email for my email list. I try to send it out maybe once or twice a month, not too frequently, just kind of a list of all the things that I've done over the course of about 2 or 3 weeks at a time. We also have the Facebook page at Lon.TV/Facebook, and of course, you can go to the forums, which I'm still trying to get built up. I want to build a little community around there, so go to Lon.TV/forums, and you can interact with me and other viewers of the channel. That will do it for this week's weekly wrap-up. Lots to come this week, and I always appreciate all of your comments and suggestions, and let me know if you'd like me to do something that I haven't talked about. This is Lon Seidman. Thanks for watching.